Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for December 16th through 31st, 2019. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time to the channel, thank you so much for connecting. And if it's a return visit, I also so much appreciate having you back again. I do invite you to reach out, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. First, as always, a few quick notes before we get started. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Aquarius out there, so take what messages make sense to you and leave the rest behind. This will mostly correspond to Aquarius Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Aquarius cross-watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading or want more information about the card decks that I use, all of that information will be below in the description box. So Aquarius, let's go ahead and get started by talking about your astrology for this last part of December as we wrap up this decade and head into 2020. It's hard to believe that we're already here, guys. I'm amazed that things have just flown by so fast. And we have got a amazing pile up of planets moving into Capricorn. Some are already there and more are on the way to that placement. So what that really looks like, literally on paper, here we go. So let's take a peek. Camera, let's get focused here. Thank you. So there's Venus, there's Pluto, there's Saturn, there's Jupiter. They're all traveling along in Capricorn right now. The sun is at 24 degrees of Sagittarius today, so that will also be moving into Capricorn on December 21st. Mercury is in Sagittarius and will be moving into Capricorn on the 28th. Down here we have Uranus, which is, let's see, no, not there. It's over here, sorry. There's a Uranus. Can we focus, please, camera? There is your ruling planet in Taurus, which is actually quite positive that that's in Taurus right now, because that lines up with the sign of Capricorn very well. So there actually will be a lot of beneficial energy being placed on your ruling planet. But Aquarius, I don't like to sugarcoat, and I won't, that having this much Capricorn in your 12th house, having these many planets all at once in your 12th house, is one of the more challenging houses. I definitely know, because my rising sign is Aquarius, and so all that Capricorn stuff, almost all of it, is going to be, it's moving through my 12th house. And let me tell you guys, it is not easy. It's very, very challenging. You're going to need a lot of extra sleep, a lot of extra rest, because your energy levels won't be as high as you're usually used to. But it's a very spiritual house. It's the Pisces house. And so whatever is moving through there is really getting you to release a lot of your baggage, a lot of the things that have held you back in life. And so on the universal level, all Aquarians are going through this in one degree or another, irregardless of your personal chart, which would have a different vibration. But in the universal, that's where it's at for you guys. The good thing is, see, 2019 was so hard, and a big part of that was the conjunction between Pluto and Saturn, which are these two guys right here. Pluto rules Scorpio. Very heavy, transformative, life, death, and rebirth energy. Camera! All right. Cooperate. Then we have Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn. Likewise, a very challenging, kind of, what's the word? It's authoritarian energy. It is. And they were both in Capricorn traveling together. And so 2019 was very challenging because of that. That is something new that came in, on the scene for that year. So as Jupiter moves into Capricorn, which is a very optimistic and benevolent planet, it starts to ease a lot of those harsh edges. It's like the challenges are still there, no doubt, but with Jupiter's influence, it starts to get a little bit easier, a little bit less rough, and we start to actually see the point of all the lessons and all the challenges. So spiritually, Aquarius, this will be a very, very powerful year ahead. If you do any kind of spiritual development, Emotional healing is very, very strong for you. And I would actually really, anybody that's drawn to this reading or drawn to readings in general, spiritual work in general, absolutely pick a topic, pick a spiritual subject and just go with it. Learn it, work with it. You could be bringing through some amazing messages and guidance from your spirit guides, through your dreams, all kinds of ways. So absolutely, that is one of the best things that you can use and utilize. Also, with Venus moving into your sign of Aquarius on Friday the 20th, that's going to be moving into your first house. So Aquarius, I think that this is a beautiful new start in love and relationships. So yeah, this will bring in some new, very positive energy as we start to go into the time of Aquarius, which is the sign, of course, that comes right after Capricorn. You know, especially so once you get into, you know, once we get past like January 20th, 21st, you'll start to feel things lighten up a bit because we'll have a lot of those Capricorn planets moving into your sign. So you'll be feeling your energy returning to a degree, absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into your cards. Let's take a peek. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards and also a major arcana to start out, and then we're going to do a full tarot spread to get a deeper reading for you. Dear angels, dear divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Aquarius as we go into the time of December 16th through 31st, 2019. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. And there it is. Oh, Aquarius, look at that. The moon card came up. And this is that Pisces energy card. This is that energy of where all that Capricorn is going through. So to me, you know, the moon is it's mystical, it's magical, it's a little mysterious. And so you may feel, you know, a little bit cloudy, a little bit fuzzy, which is a little hard for Aquarius because you're an air sign, you're a mental, intellectual sign. And when all that energy is affecting you on this very watery house, it's like, oh, you know, it's like, I'm more emotional, I'm more squishy, I don't like this, you know, but it's really calling you to, you know, have a balance between the head and the heart, making decisions not just from your mind, but also from your soul, also being patient and letting the fog clear, because there will be breaks in the clouds, Aquarius, where things do become clear, and that's when it's best to make your decisions for sure. Okay, and look at that. There's the fuchsite that comes up. This is for the heart chakra. This is for healing. This is for balance. So if you have some of this stone to work with, that's perfect. If not, there are other stones that are also really great, like the rose quartz, the rhodochrosite, the prehnite or peridot are also very good heart chakra healing stones. But this is definitely a time of heart and emotional healing for you, Aquarius. So don't take that for granted. I would recommend looking up, you know, it was a similar message for Capricorn around heart healing, interesting enough. They had a different stone, but it was the same chakra, and it's, you know, it's all about taking good care of the heart. And, you know, also check out some sound therapy on YouTube. Just, you know, search like sound therapy heart chakra, and there'll be tons of different sound files to choose from. Then you can listen to that either while you're asleep or meditating, and it will really help to attune the vibration of your heart chakra back to a healthy place. Oh, and look at that, Aquarius. This is from the Unicorn Oracle deck, and there's the Innocence card. Look at that moon in the sky, just like the full moon card that we pulled. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, and live with a childlike sense of wonder. So Aquarius, if you feel like you've kind of been burned, if you feel really sad, dejected, maybe you're just not seeing the point of life or point of, you know, the vibrancy of life, this is saying take care of your inner child, nurture, grow. This is interesting imagery because Capricorn also had a card that had, you know, 2 unicorns, one younger and one older. So it's really that same, a little bit same feeling, just with a different flavor, but there's something very interesting going on between Capricorn and Aquarius. And I think, you know, it's also those 2 signs sit together. So there's definitely some similarities. Even in the planetary rulerships, you know, in the old days before the discovery of your ruling planet Uranus, Saturn was actually the planetary ruler that they assigned to both Capricorn and Aquarius. So there's a little bit of similarity, both kind of loners, very independent, you do your own thing. So in some ways you both are kind of getting a little bit of the similar energy, just a little different flavor. So I'm going to move Mr. Dragon over here. He's all dressed up with his crown on, which is very fun. And I'm going to get into your tarot. Just keep in mind that all timelines are flexible, even though this is for December 16th through 31st. Sometimes, you know, you might be a little bit sooner or a little bit later behind the curve of this reading. Sometimes it just isn't your reading. Sometimes it just isn't going to resonate. But if it does, you know, then that's perfect. If it doesn't resonate right now, you might call back to it in a week or two and kind of go, oh yeah, now I'm in that energy. Now it makes sense. So let's see what comes through for Aquarius. Ooh, taking a little time to shuffle here too. I love this deck. It's all spirit animals. It's a tarot deck, but it's called the Spirit Song Tarot, and it has a spirit animal for every card, and I just love the double meaning that it brings in. And I will say, Aquarius, I'm really getting, like, for some of you, not all of you obviously, but for some of you, it's like some of y'all are really holding things very tight. I'm kind of feeling like it's hard for you to let go and relax right now. That's a big challenge that some of you are having. Queen of Feathers, so here she is. This is very much your energy right in the center, because the feathers are the same as swords. So this is the Queen of Swords, you know, very air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, perception and truth. And there is that symbol I love of the bat. And to me, the bat brings rebirth. The bat brings the ability to see in the dark, which is very important for you right now to have that clarity. Because it's the queen, though, it brings in a feminine energy. It doesn't matter whether you're, you know, male, female. These are not, you know, aligned to that. They are aligned to energies. And so it's really using a balance of that feminine energy for you. You know, to make those decisions. Again, it's a balance of the head and the heart, and it's very transformative as well. So I'm going to be using the regular Rider-Waite here to clarify each of these cards. And yeah, Aquarius, right now, you know you need this clarity. You need this feeling of being able to make clear decisions, because right now you're dealing with a lot of confusion. This was also symbolized in that moon card coming up, is that you feel really confused. You feel like, I don't know which end is up. I don't know which way to go. There's all these different options that I have laid out before me. I'm not sure which one to take. You may not take any of them right now, which is totally okay if you need more time to work through that, because Aquarius, some of those cups have really great things in them, some of them don't. So, you know, take your time. That's an emotional card right there too. So this could be an emotional decision, and maybe, you know, there that Queen of Swords is telling you, Aquarius, you don't just make decisions with your head, you make them with your heart too. So, you know, get those in balance before you go forward. So here in the immediate past, there's that Empress card, which I love because it has a bunny. And there's the beauty, the abundance, the Lady Rabbit. Oh my goodness, she's abundant. She's, you know, resourceful, she's grounded, she's stable, creative, very in tune and in touch with the earth. This is Libra energy, Taurus energy. So to me, this is all about you coming from a place of having that, you know, having that groundedness, having that more sure feeling than you're having right now. So let's pull a clarifier for that. Oh, and yeah, Aquarius, you've had a lot of stability in the past here with this. Look at that Ace of Pentacles. And so to me, it's like, if you can get back to an energetic vibration of this sense of groundedness and abundance and stability and solidity, wow, that's very, very powerful. Going into the immediate future, here comes the Knight of Shells. Love the little flamingo spirit on there. Charm, passion, love messages coming in sometimes with that Knight of Cups energy. You may, you know, feel like you want to go out and make a romantic gesture or apology or an offer to somebody, or maybe you're hoping that they will make one to you. So it could go vice versa depending on who's watching this. So let's get a clarifier. Yeah, but you're kind of stalled out on it. It's like Aquarius, you're still in between times. There's still a lot of balancing to be done. You're not quite done with one phase of your life and not quite ready to enter into one. So even if somebody comes forward with a romantic or, you know, offer or gesture, you may be kind of like, well, I'm just not sure. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Or if you come to them, they might do the same thing. So maybe give this a little time, because the Hanged Man really says it's like you will get to that phase, but you're just not quite there yet. Funny enough, Capricorn had the same position of that Hanged Man being there. So some of y'all are really feeling that need for patience, the need to just work through things one step at a time. Magician card comes out on the lower. So Aquarius, to me, this being in your subconscious position, what you really feel and want in your heart of hearts, you really want that rebirth. You want a new life. You want to go forward. You want to start something new. You want to take all of your, you know, skills and abilities, your heart, your passion, your thoughts, and you really want to put it into something brand new. The Magician is a creative, you know, kind of energy that, you know, utilizes your willpower. So, you know, and it is that raven, and the raven is such a beautiful symbol of magic and creation. Yeah, and it's recovering from, you know, old disappointments, old things that have just really not come together in the way that you had hoped they would, Aquarius. So there's a lot of desire for rebirth from that. And then look at the top. Look at this coming in. Oh my goodness. I love that there's the Ram on here, because the Ram is Aries energy. It's very, very direct, fiery, passionate. There's that Ace of Wands, Ace of Acorns, creative force, confidence. To me, this is a message from the divine. This is coming up in the position of the divine, crowning your spread. So to me, it's like go forward with passion, with confidence, with boldness, not with arrogance, not with ego, but with, you know, healthy self-worth, healthy self-esteem, you know, and a desire to really create rather than to destroy. It's really beautiful. And this could also say to me, because that symbolism is so strong around the time of Aries, and I believe, yeah, let me think, that starts after Pisces, so that's going to be, yeah, around March 21st, 22nd, that'll be the beginning of spring. So that could be a time when things, you know, that are starting now, or the energy that you're in now, you really break through it. That could be a thing, especially if you're still in that waiting game, working through some stuff. Oh, and Aquarius, look at that. You've got the Star, which is your own energy coming up around that. So I feel even stronger that for some of y'all out there, it's that springtime season that's really, really going to bring some new rebirth, because the Star, it's alignment, it's peace, it's balance. it's tranquility, but you don't get there without coming through a whole lot of hellfire to get there, a whole lot of challenge and struggle. So, you know, this is definitely pointing to the fact that you've definitely been through it. And, you know, like that ram, sometimes you just got to use that forehead, just butt that wall right down. So Aquarius, don't be afraid to take action as you go into the future here. So let's pull some more advice for you. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so definitely look at this. You've definitely been through some heartbreak, some sadness, some times of really low emotion here, Aquarius, with the Three of Feathers, Three of Swords, and there's that moth. There's a lot of transformation, but it doesn't come without that sort of dark night of the soul. It's release, it's recovery, pulling those swords out of the heart. You know, whether it's you disappointed someone or they disappointed you, or maybe a mutual thing, you know, it's like there's some heartbreak in there for you, and it's like the suggested approach is to really work through those feelings, Aquarius. Don't ignore them, because it's very important to your transformation and your growth. Yeah, and it has something to do with some kind of deception. Could have been somebody sort of stabbed you in the back, or even vice versa for some of you. You know, this is general, so it could be anything. Maybe you did something that you're not proud of, they did something they're not proud of. Whatever it is, there was some kind of sneaky something going on here, something that wasn't completely, you know, brought to the light. So this is really what you're healing from right now, and it's very important, you know, to get the truth out, to get the honesty out, to get, you know, everything out in the open. Very important. So what you need to know, here's that Page of Crystals. Page of Crystals is the same as Page of Pentacles. This is about ideas, new discipline. And so to me, this can be a very new, tangible start to something that can actually grow and manifest over time. Could also be a message coming in. This is Earth energy, so that's very Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So let's pull a card for him. Yes, and to me there's a lot of fresh start over from this. So whether you're reconciling with somebody, or they're reconciling with you, or maybe you're even starting a new job, building some new project, because this is an earth energy, it's done with a very innocent, fresh sort of spirit. And I love that, because look at that unicorn card was the innocence card. So, you know, going back to that oracle, it's like, this is about a fresh new start in some way, or a rebirth of something. Hopes and fears position is the 10 of shells, 10 of cups, which is beautiful, Aquarius. It's blessings, it's well-being, it's that happy home, it's the, you know, ultimate emotional fulfillment. There's that pelican spirit, who to me is also just a very resilient creature. So it to me also says that there is some resilience. There's been some sort of hard-won peace and victory coming in, but for you, you're really afraid that it can't be. Like, you're still going, oh, I don't know, it's been so hard, it's been so tough, I don't know if it can really ever get better again. But with that 10 of cups, Aquarius, it's a pretty good sign that it can and will. And look at that healing that's going on between two soulmates. To me, this is all about soul connection, twin flame, somebody that's really had your heart and you've had theirs. So yeah, very strong. Coming out on the outcome, look at that with our ladybug, which I love. She's a very lucky symbol. 5 of crystals though. 5 of Pentacles, to me, you know, this is that feeling in the Rider-Waite about being left out in the cold, fearing not being included. But, you know, it's a matter of perspective. This is persistence, new possibilities. Don't give up, because we're, you know, one door is closed, another one is open. So if somebody's really closed up with you, Aquarius, you know, it's like, just give it time, or be persistent, hang in there. Yeah, and this to me is a completion of a painful cycle. Look at that with the Ten of Swords coming full circle. To me, Aquarius, this is really about, you know, you've already gone through the worst, and, you know, new energy is going to be coming in. So that's actually a pretty positive outcome card, because it tells me that, yeah, there's been a lot of pain, there's been a lot of suffering, there's been, you know, just a lot of feelings of loss, but there's definitely the end of that cycle, and it's time for a new approach, a new direction coming in. So I'm going to pull an affirmation card for you to wrap up your reading. Oh, look at that. The Rose and the Thorn, a card of caution, a trusting hand, a flowering bud. The hidden barb will claim its blood. So yeah, this is telling you, it's like there's a lot of good stuff, but there's also that caution there, to be careful as well. Let's see, there, I just got these, so let's see what it says about the Rose and the Thorn. That's 11. Yeah, it could be hidden intent, an unexpected attack. So, you know, you also had that Seven of Swords there, Aquarius. So if there hasn't been a betrayal in your life, this is really telling you to just watch who you trust, especially if there's somebody new coming in. It's like, make sure that they're who they really seem to be, because this could definitely be like something that's a little bit dodgy. Just make sure that you take your time, take your patience, don't jump in too quickly, especially in a new situation. Absolutely. So these are your messages for this last part of December. I'm going to be hoping to do some more readings before the end of the year for winter solstice and the eclipse coming up. So I hope to see you again soon. Take care.